How much will be Umashankar Prabhu? How many devotees?
I think we should have applied to 60 to 70%, 700 people.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Sudhire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamastoke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Chaitanyamishwaram Paramanandhamadhamam Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharni Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna devotees, welcome for Bhagavatam discussion. We are continuing our discussion, Canto 2, Chapter 4, Text 2. Yesterday we had a wonderful discussion explaining the various faults of Kali Yuga, and at the end, what is that the ultimate result or ultimate purpose of life we discussed. So let's see what Sutta Goswami is going to say here. We'll read Sloka 2 and we'll continue discussion. Who is going to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, it's allotted to me.
Yeah, yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranams.
Pranams Mataji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Chapter 4, Text 2. Atma Jaya Sutagara Pasudravina Bandhusu Rajye Chavikale Nityam Virudham Mamata Jaho. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. Maharaja Parikshit, as a result of his wholehearted attraction for Lord Krishna, was able to give up all deep-rooted affection for his personal body, his wife, his children, his palace, his animals like horses and elephants, his treasury, house, his friends and relatives, and his undisputed kingdom. Purport. To become liberated means to become free from Dehatma Buddhi, the illusionary attachment for personal bodily coverings and everything connected with the body, namely wife, children, and all other entanglements. One selects a wife for bodily comforts, and the result is children. For wife and children, one requires a dwelling place, and as such, a residential house is also necessary. Animals like horses, elephants, cows, and dogs are all household animals, and a householder has to keep them as household paraphernalia. In modern civilization, the horses and elephants have been replaced by cars and conveyances with considerable horsepower. To maintain all the household affairs, one has to increase the bank balance and be careful about the treasury house, and in order to display the opulence of material assets, one has to keep good relations with friends and relatives, as well as become very careful about maintaining the status quo. This is called material civilization of material attachment. Devotion for Lord Krishna means negation of all material attachments as detailed above. By the grace of Lord Krishna, Maharaja Parikshit was awarded all material amenities and an undisputed kingdom in which to enjoy the undisturbed position of king, but by the grace of the Lord, he was able to give up all connections with material attachment. That is the position of a pure devotee. Maharaja Parikshit, due to his natural affection for Lord Krishna as a devotee of the Lord, was always executing his royal duties on behalf of the Lord, and as a responsible king of the world, he was always careful to see that the influence of Kali would not enter his kingdom. A devotee of the Lord never thinks of his household paraphernalia as his own, but surrenders everything for the service of the Lord. Thereby, living entities under a devotee's care get the opportunity for God realization by the management of a devotee master. Attachment for household paraphernalia and for Lord Krishna go poorly together. One attachment is the path of darkness, and the other attachment is the path of light. Where there is light, there is no darkness, and where there is darkness, there is no light. But an expert devotee can turn everything to the path of light by an attitude of service to the Lord, and the best example here is the Pandavas. Maharaja Yudhishthira and householders like him can turn everything to light by dovetailing so called material assets in the service of the Lord. But one who is not trained or is unable to turn everything to the service of the Lord, Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe, must give up all material connections before he can be fit to hear and chant the glories of the Lord. Or, in other words, one who was seriously heard Srimad Bhagavatam for even one day, like Maharaja Parikshit, from a fit personality like Sukadeva Goswami, may be able to lose all affinity for material things. There is no utility simply in imitating Maharaja Parikshit and hearing Bhagavatam from professional men, even for 700 years. To take Srimad Bhagavatam as a means of maintaining family expenditure is the grossest type of Nama Paradha offense at the feet of the Lord. Sarva Subha Kriya Samyam Api Pramadha. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So, devotees, those who heard this, how many of you think that this is not practical? What is said is not practical at all? If somebody thinks that, please put in chat box. Or how many think that is practical, is possible? Please use a chat box. Please respond. If it's practical, say yes. If not practical, say no. Whatever discussed here, no, for grahasthas it's not possible. He says, give up attachment for body, wife, children, and displays animals like horse. Of course, those days horse, elephant. Now Prabhupada says now cars, TV, gadgets, mobile, all those things, laptop. So it's not possible to give up all this paraphernalia. Cannot give up the family, cannot give up children, cannot give up house, cannot give up my position, cannot give up my equipment or the vehicles, assets, bank balances. No, it's not possible. It's not practical at all. What said is that it's, if it is think so, please put chat box. If you think that yes is possible, then say yes. Let's see, at the end, who are saying yes, who are saying no, and then we'll discuss why yes, why no. Okay, please. So, Sudha Goswami saying that Maharaja Parikshit, as a result of his wholehearted attraction for Lord Krishna, see that fundamental, the kind of reason for all these things is his wholehearted attraction for Lord Krishna, was able to give up all deep-rooted affection. So we know what happened. He was a great king, emperor of the world. One fine day, he gets a message that Shringi, the Samikarish's son, is cursed. Within 7 days, he will go to die. That's the message he gets. So if anybody in his place, like for me, person like me, he would have agitated. We would have reacted immediately. But he did not do that. He just said, yes, this is the will of the Lord. I will accept it. And he immediately gave up his family, he gave up children, his palace, animal, everything. Now somebody may ask, so tomorrow every Grahastha man can give up the house and go to the forest or go Ganga or go to temple and stay. Is that practical, or is that what the message is here? Maybe, we need to be clear, like otherwise people should not take misunderstanding from this. Every person cannot take this kind of misunderstanding and try to escape from the responsibility of the family. See, there are difference. Escaping from the responsibility or giving up the attachment is totally different. When I'm not able to solve the problems, I'm running away. That is the escapism. But when everything is possible, I'm in full control, that's the time I'm giving up and giving and going. That is a different thing. Now, Maharaj Parikshit had everything. He was young, he had a family, he had all the power. All the subordinate kings used to come and offer the wealth at his lotus feet. And there was no enemy for him. And at that time, he gives up. That's important. It's not that when everything is lost, if nothing is possible, that's the time he gives up. No. That's why we need to understand. So it is possible for him because his affection for the Krishna, attraction for the Krishna. That's why we need to understand the difference between attachment and affection. So yes, as a Grihasthas, we should have affection for the family, but not the attachment. Affection means, yes, they are also devotees. They are provided by the Lord. Yes, I will serve them. I will show the affection. But the day Krishna calls me, I will not have any attachment I can give. Because by having attachment also, I can't stop it. No way I can stop. So I have to give up. So better I'll go in a clear mind. That is the affection. That's not attachment. So in the purport, Prabhupada writes, to become liberated means to become free from the Dehatma Buddhi. So Dehatma Buddhi means the intelligence should not be thinking about my Deha, my body. Intelligence should think about the soul and Paramatma, super soul. That is intelligence. So otherwise, I'll have illusionary attachment for my body, mama mameti, me and mine. When I say me, I'm not talking about a soul, I'm talking about a body. Me and mine. And I'll talk about my wife, my children, my family, my village, my country, like that. My religion, everything is me means to the body. That is the attachment. That is where the challenge is at. That's what you have to give up and move out of it. At the same time, doesn't mean that I should give up the affection or my duty. That's important thing we need to understand. Grastas or anybody for that matter, I should not run away from the responsibility. Like boys will have a responsibility towards a father, a parents. Husband will have a responsibility towards wife and children. Wife will have a responsibility towards husband. Wife also cannot say that, no, now I'll go and sit in the temple or I'll go to satsang every day and don't care for my children and my husband. No, we have a responsibility. We have to take care of that. So that is how we should be that. So otherwise, one, like Prabhupada here says that one selects a wife and for the bodily comfort, see the cycle it goes. So for the bodily comfort, he takes a wife, the result gets children, then he need a house, to maintain the house, we need a money, and comfort, we need those days, maybe horse, elephant, donkeys, all these animals to maintain that. Nowadays, maybe the cars, TV, mobile, laptop, all these gadgets. Now to earn that, he has to earn, he has to work hard. So this cycle goes on. He is not able to come out of the cycle. That's why the householder at a certain age, the prescribed age is 50 years, he should retire. In one of the lecture, Proper disciple, His Holiness Krutu Maharaj says that after retiring, don't put one more tire, retire. One more tire means don't get into one more work. Retire, enough. So that is where, as a grasp, one second, some people can unmute yourself, please. So we should put that target myself. When should I retire? So that is the practice for detachment. I should practice myself. How do I detach? So overnight not possible. Slow and steady planning required. Continuous planning and should plan for detachment. Yes, it's like the lotus leaf. Water is standing on the lotus leaf. It will stay, but little wind, it will fall down. It will not attach to that. That's the way it should be there. I should be in the family life. I should do my duty. I should not miss any responsibility. At the same time, when the call comes, I should be ready to go without any attachment. Because if I have a little attachment, and the Krishna says, no, antakalecha smaranmukta kalevaram. Whatever I think, whatever I desire at the time of leaving the body, I'll get that body, or I'll get that destination, either different planets or whatever. So if I have a little attachment, I'll have to take birth again. There are cases like husband wife so attached. If the one dies, other one take birth as a, suppose a husband dies, wife will take birth as a husband, and the other one will come back again. That go on, the cycle will go on. So if you want to cut that, you have to get that remove that attachment. Like Kunti Maharani says, no? Kunti Maharani says in her prayers, Krishna, please remove my attachment to my family, Kurus, and the husband's child, both my parents and my husband, both you cut my attachment, because that is attachment is binding me. So we have to develop that attachment, remove that attachment, develop the detachment and remove the attachment. So that's why Prabhupada is explaining this purport. As much as possible, we grahasthas, we should develop that. So is it easy? Yes, it is easy, provided I have clarity in my mind. Otherwise, it will be difficult. And Prabhupada says, is it is possible by the grace of the Lord, he was able to give up all the connections. So for us also, it is possible by the grace of the Lord, by the grace of a spiritual master, by the grace of the Srila Prabhupada, yes, it's possible. But at the same time, I should practice that. I should kind of always think. That's why Prabhupada says that because a strong attachment to the Krishna, that's where it's possible. So before thinking about detachment, I should think about attachment to the lotus feet of Krishna. I should continue, because I cannot do overnight. If I do, it will be hypocrisy. I'll not do justice to that. So it has to be slow and steady and very, very systematic. So the best thing is to develop attachment to Krishna, develop attachment to the holy name, develop attachment to the Bhagavatam, develop attachment to Bhagavad Gita. That is how slowly other things will go on. So Prabhupada says that devotee of the Lord never thinks of his household paraphernalia of his own. Yes, whatever Krishna has given is Krishna's, it's not mine. This house is not mine. Bank balance is not mine. Everything Krishna's. We know the Anantapadmanabha temple in Kerala. So the king every day morning will go and report to Lord, my Lord, your treasury balance today is so much. And today this is the activity I'm going to do. This is the decision I'm going to do. Next day morning he'll come and report again. This is what yesterday I did. This is what I'm going to do. And he'll seek his Lord's permission. So because Lord is the real king, Lord is the owner of the kingdom. He is a caretaker. Similarly, In our life, the house belongs to Lord. Bank balance belongs to Lord. Everything belongs to Lord. I'm just a caretaker on behalf of the Lord. When that mentality is there, it's easy for me. So next paragraph, Prabhupada says, attachment to household paraphernalia and Lord Krishna go poorly together. One side, if I develop attachment to the my material things, I cannot have attachment to Krishna. So when I develop more attachment to Krishna, slowly attachment for material things reduces. That many of devotees would have felt by now. Because maybe all of us, we were watching TV or movie, over a period, we reduced it. It's not that we, kind of did the forcibly, because we don't have taste for it now. Higher taste, when the holy name is there, slowly the taste is reduced. So that's where we have to develop a taste. When I have a taste for Krishna Bhakti, other taste gradually goes. Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe. Prabhupada says, everything should develop towards a Krishna. So Prabhupada, here Sukadeva Goswami or Parishit Maharaj, they were able to lose all affinity for material things because there was no utility simply imitating Maharaj Parishita and learning Bhagavatam. So if I do imitation, it's not possible. I cannot imitate the spiritual master. I cannot imitate Srila Prabhupada. So I have to develop myself that strong, I should have strong determination and that faith, yes, it can draw us to us. The finalist, Srila Prabhupada says that, so, it says glossary, the type, Nama Aparada, offenses at the lotus feet of Krishna, Sarva Shubha Kriya Samyam Api Pramadha. So that's how Srila Prabhupada closes. We should not commit any offenses. Instead of we just simply pure devotional service, that will help us to grow in the bhakti. Now, quickly, let's see what is the comment. Devotee just said. Yes, 1 second. Mataji, you can mute yourself, please. Okay, Mataji, okay. Okay, so what is the chat box? Let's see quickly. So Sudama may be difficult, but possible. Yes. Umar Shankar Prabhu says practically possible, Prabhuji, but not so easy. Shruti Mataji, very difficult. Possible, may take some time. Yes, Asha Mataji. Okay. Yes, completely renounced. Sashide Mataji, life is practically very difficult. Srila Prabhupada said, no need. Yes. Mariappan, Hare Krishna. Possible in the midst of the Grahastha's life, possible. Yes. Lakshmataji, we see Krishna in everyone, and everything we need not leave. Yes. Yeah. So utility is a principle. So yes, all the answers are correct. So it's not that we have to run away, but be in the family, along with the family, engage everybody and work together. That's how we can reach. Slowly develop attachment to Krishna. When we develop attachment, naturally detachment comes. So we don't have to work for detachment. We need to work for attachment. That's it. That's enough. Balance slowly comes. We'll read the next sloka. Let's see. Maybe discussion.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. You asked Chaitanya Charitamrita. What is Chaitanya Charitamrita? As somebody asked in the group, also maybe Reena Mataji. So few points, homework. Shall I tell Prabhuji?
Now I think only left with 4 minutes. So we'll
that 4 minutes is enough, I think.
Enough, huh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. If you're done, tell me and tell us.
I did not prepare any notes or anything, but a little bit I can tell, Prabhuji.
Sure. What about other devotees? Anybody else prepared?
Prabhuji, I did little bit of thing, and I was the one who asked actually, because I would like to know little more. we can do anytime. That is not possible.
Yeah, I totally forgot.
I did a little bit of research and I understood a little bit, but
Okay. Yeah, Sridhar Mataji, go ahead. Then time permits, we'll do it Monday also.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. This Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, somebody actually they asked for what Chaitanya Charitamrita. That Chaitanya Charitamrita is actually it is composed by Krishnadas Kaviraja Goswami.
Yes, sir.
It was written by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. It was written in Sanskrit and Bengali. Later, Srila Prabhupada has written in many languages, English and so many languages. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time is 1582, and he lived in 16th century, in 16th century and the early 17th century. Actually, this Chaitanya Charitamrita is the biographies detailing the life and teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He founded Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya.
Yes, Mataji.
Actually, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is none other than the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. He appeared in the Kali Yuga to inaugurate the Yuga Dharma of this age, Sankirtana, and the congregational chanting of the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Actually, he was born in Sridham Mayapura in the city of Navdvipa in Bengal. He was born on the Palguna Purnima evening in the year 1486. That's why actually the Gaura Purnima day we celebrate Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, that day we celebrate Gaura Purnima for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His father is Jagannath Mishra. He's a learned Brahmana. He's from the district of Shilet. And they came to Navdvipa and they lived in the banks of the Ganges. And his mother is Srimati Sachi Devi. They have a daughter, Srila Nilambara, and Sachi Devi, she is the daughter of Nilambara Chakravarti, a great learned scholar of Navdvipa. So their younger son is this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was also called Nimai Pandita. And after accepting the renounced order of life, he has become Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His mission was to preach the importance of chanting of the holy names of the Lord in the Kali Yuga age. In this present age, quarrels take place even after our this thing, and therefore the Sastras have recommended for this age a common platform for realization, namely chanting the holy names of the Lord.
Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So what were the questions that they asked? What is Chaitanya Charitamrita then?
Chaitanya Charitamrita, who has written? Sri Krishna Raja Kaviraja Goswami has written, and latest Srila Prabhupada has, translated to English and all.
Okay.
So English and many other languages.
Okay.
This Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is 9 volumes, and Adi Leela, Madhya Leela, and this Antya Leela. Antya Leela. This Chaitanya Charitamrita is full about the biographies of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his pastimes, everything. Mainly, he is Lord Incarnation, and he has come to spread the mission. He want to for the fallen souls. He wanted to teach about the bhakti, about his preachings all are about Krishna only. He wanted to tell people about the bhakti and the Hare Krishna mantra. In this age of Kali, no need of doing all sacrifices, big pujas and all. Just chanting the holy name is enough. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. He went around so many places all over the India and he preached. The aim of his the mission is to preach the holy name. And he lived for very short life, till only 42 years.
48,
But
no?
he has made a big revolution.
42 or 48? 48, believe.
48, Prabhuji.
24 years before sannyasa, 24 years after sannyasa.
Then there are so many other stories. Is this enough, Prabhuji, or a little more?
Yeah, you can narrate another 1 or 2 minutes more. Yes. So that other devotees gets inspired.
His molten golden complexion, very beautiful. He's both Radha and Krishna together. Then I did not prepare like a notes or anything, Prabhu. Just what I read, only a little bit I'm explaining.
Okay.
Furthermore, you can explain, Prabhuji.
Yeah, maybe next class. So already
Yes, Prabhuji.
50. Okay, so yeah. Now, if devotees wants to know more about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Charitamrita, but generally Prabhupada gives a hierarchy: Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Of course, along with the Bhagavad Gita, then other books of small books of Srila Prabhupada we need to read: Nectar Devotion, Nectar of Instructions, and Krishna book. Because this is how the hierarchy should go. We should read Prabhupada, mainly Prabhupada small books along Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, like, and other small books of Prabhupada, we should read regularly. Because, yes, we are reading Bhagavatam maybe half an hour, 5 days a week. That's not enough. During the day, each one should practice of taking one book, one week, small books. Because that's where so many the practical things Prabhupada given. Like, for example, perfect question, perfect answer. Perfect, like Prabhupada answered so many questions in that. There are so many other books like that. We should read that. Then we need to move on to Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, like, is it like Bhagavad Gita is like a kind of a graduation, Bhagavatam is like a post graduation, Chaitanya Charitamrita like a PhD. That's the highest level, because in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gives the instructions, whereas Bhagavatam, the how devotee kind of practiced. Chaitanya Charitamrita, how Krishna practiced himself. Krishna came and practiced along with the devotees, and he shown how a devotee should practice. So that's all practical and realized. So everything is experience. So it's more very, very nectarian. Maybe, yes, devotees wants, we can read that. If somebody want to volunteer to coordinate, yes, we can do some Chaitanya reading also possible. Yeah, probably devotees can share today's comments before we end. Maybe Asha Mataji and others were prepared. Monday, please remind. Please, let's discuss. Please remind us. If others also, please do some research so that we all of us can share. Monday will do it. Okay, so Asha Mataji, today's comments, questions, realization. Let's go ahead.
I understood, Pavni. Thank you for the class. There's nothing, but I understood what it meant. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Lakshmi Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Mariappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaja Parikshit is a pure devotee of Supreme Lord. Hence, he is able to get liberated from all materialistic bonding. One must be able to get rid of all material desires while performing responsibilities as grahastha or whatever duties without attachment. Develop detachment attitude while delivering the duties in perfect manner, and understand all the materialistic possessions belongs to Supreme Lord, who is the actual owner. All such materialistic possession must be optimum utilized in the services of Lord. And finally, Namabrata must be carefully avoided, and I must perform all devotional services on the lotus feet of Lord. That much I understood. Hare Krishna.
Sudhavadi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Uh,
Yeah, Parikshit Maharaj, he is a pure devotee. and that is the reason, being a king, he was able to give up everything, and he surrendered at the lotus feet of Krishna, and he was very eager to learn to know about Krishna, and that was the reason he was asking Sukadev Goswami about all the glories of Krishna. So, and you also told us like escaping from responsibility is not correct. uh, we should we should not have attachment, but we should have affection towards family, and to become liberated from deha buddhi is what is required. In intelligence means we should be attracted towards Lord Krishna, know Krishna, and know Krishna, that he is the ultimate truth and he is the ultimate goal. And we should not run away from the responsibility, but we can surrender, or whatever activities we do, we can uh, whatever activities we do, we can like it is through Krishna's grace we were able to do, and without attachment we can do our duty. And whatever I desire at the end of the life is what we get. So we need to practice in everyday chanting, so that we are well prepared at for the end of our lives. And what you said is also true, like before Krishna conscious and after Krishna consciousness, there is a lot of change. The way we think, the way we our activities are involved, that I could see the change in myself. Earlier and all, like before Krishna consciousness, weekends means watching movies and all, but now no interest. So once we know the truth of life, then slowly all those seems to be very we used to think, now I think that all the time was wasted. At least now we are able to realize, and I'm happy that we are in good path. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Sumit Prabhu, want to add anything? Correct. Able to hear me?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhu, yeah, good.
So actually, the here Prabhupada mentioned like liberation, that means to become free from the Atma Buddhi. So that illusion that I am this body and everything connected to this body is mine. So that includes attachment to the or everyone, like wife, children, house, vehicles, bank balance, reputation, friends and relatives, property and social prestige. So all this create a network of bondage that actually deepens our entanglement in the material world. So the thing is, we have to like let go of the attachment and have affection is fine, but attachment is wrong. So attachment to Krishna is correct. So as more attachment we get to Krishna, then we can have affection to everyone, but our attachments to this material world is they become less and less. And Srila Prabhupada compares old household needs with modern versions. Like earlier, there were horses and elephant. Now they are replaced by cars and powerful vehicles. Treasury and wealth were there. Now they are expanded through banks. Then keeping social prestige. Now it is more about luxurious lifestyle and maintaining relationships. So, and devotion to Krishna means negation of material attachment. As I said, like as more attachment comes to Krishna, then automatically the material attachment become less. So bhakti is, we can say, is the opposite of material attachment. So Maharaj Parikshit is a very perfect example for that, because he had everything: kingdom, wealth, power, and peace. But by the grace of Krishna, he could give it all up in a moment and focus solely on hearing Krishna Katha from Shukdev Goswami. So devotee never thinks this is my house, these are my possessions, but he thinks everything belongs to Krishna. I am only the caretaker. So from the proprietor mentality to the caretaker mentality, that is the transformation that comes in the devotee. Yeah, Prabhu, that's all from my side.
Thank you so much. Sridevi Mataji, anything you want to add?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Maharaja Parikshit is a very nice, very good devotee of the Lord. He has so much of wealth, so much of kingdom, property, everything. Just because of, he's going to leave and his death is very nearing, he left everything and that very good quality. He wants to know everything about Krishna and he wants to know the past, and that's why he went to serve. So he asked Sukdev Goswami to preach. So what we have to learn from Parikshit is he left everything and he's completely in devotion towards Krishna. Actually, coming to our lives, grihasthas, we can have affection towards wife and children, but leave attachment for them, and all material desires should be detached. But we have to do our duties. It is not that we should leave our duties. Srila Prabhupada says, do your duty and do the bhakti simultaneously. He never said become sannyasi and join the ISKCON centers and all. He means service to the Lord and service to the devotees is must and important. Grihasthas, as grihasthas both, wife and husband, can do so much service to the Lord and devotees. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishna. Vidya Mataji. Anything on that?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Mataji.
So what I learned is you should not escape from your responsibilities, whereas you have to do your responsibilities. And like water in the lotus, so slowly we have to move out from that. So we can keep the affection, whereas attachment should not be there, whereas attachment should be with the Lord Krishna lotus feet.
Varsha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, nothing Prabhuji, thank you for the class.
Uma Shankar Prabhu.
Correct, Prabhuji. So we should always get surrendered to the Lord, and whatever the facilities that we have to offer to Krishna, and we have to plan everything accordingly. So whatever phase of the life that we are, we should plan it, and we should get out of this materialistic thing and get attached to Krishna. That should be our main aim, Prabhuji. So there are various phases like Yavana, Brahmacharya, so Vanaprastha, like that things are there. So with the phase of life that we have to fulfill that particular duties and responsibilities, Prabhuji. Right.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So we'll stop here. Vancha kalpatarvyasya kripa sindhuvasya patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo ananta koti vaishnav vrinda ki jai grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai Samveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. We'll see you on Monday.
Prabhadeshwar Prabhuji class ki jai.
We'll try
Hare
to
Krishna.
develop
Thank you so much,
more
Prabhuji.
about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Chaitanya Charitamrita. We can discuss.